So while we call this the bar bag, it's actually a holster style harness, so that fits onto the front of the bars. What you can actually do is then remove the dry bag, take that into your bothy, hostel, wherever you're staying, and this remains fixed to the bike. When you're attaching it for the first time, it's actually easier to remove the pouch first. First thing to do, so this toggle here is actually really useful to keep the pouch retained while you're riding down bumpy terrain. It just sticks there. But if you take this out first, and it's deliberately quite a tight fit to help retain it. And then we've got two magnets that slide apart there. And we'll pop that to one side. Fitting it, there's lots of straps and it looks a little bit fiddly, so it's worth just spending a bit of time getting it right first time and getting to know exactly where it goes. As a new addition to the newest bar bag, we've actually got these little foam inserts, and they sit between the holster and the frame, or the bars should I say, and they make quite a big difference just in terms of security, and it does make it a little bit easier just to clear brake lines and things like that on the bike. So this is the first bit that we attach, and it fits either side of the stem. And first thing that you want to do is loosen off all the straps so there is nothing attached to any of these buckles here. And then feed it over the top. And it is a little fiddly to do, but it's worth getting right. And into the single-sided buckle on the other side. And we then cinch that up as tight as you can do and give it a good wriggle to make sure that there's no space there. Pull it over and then through the double buckle on the other side. Again, it's worth tightening at this stage. Give it a wiggle and really pull it taut. And then one final one through the ladder buckle just to make sure that it's secure. And it's the kind of thing that I tend to do once to get everything set up, and then I will load the bike up, give it a bounce up and down, and then just tighten everything up again once it's all settled. And obviously do the same with the other side. I'm just going to pop that there. To keep things secure, you can imagine that when that's sat there, it would be bouncing up and down. We've actually got a couple of fork retention straps as well. They're nice and easy to pull through. And ladder lock in place. One thing that I always tend to do when I'm fitting the harness is I do try to tape the frame where there's going to be any wear spots, because regardless of what you're doing, you get a little bit of grit or gravel underneath that strap, and as you're turning all day, then it does tend to wear the paint a little bit. So it's worth spending just a bit of time wrapping some electric tape, something like that, around those spots that there's going to be some contact there. Now we are ready to attach the dry bag, and that slots in nicely. Got a really full one here. It is worth thinking about what you're loading into this dry bag, particularly if you're using drop handle bars, just to make sure that there's literally enough room to fit them between the bars. If you've got a mountain bike, then you can run a little bit more in this space. Attach those up by a buckle, and that's pretty much it. You're all good there, but we've got the feed pouch which drops into place so quickly and easily there, and you can see that without that toggle it rattles around a little bit. Pull the toggle through the home here, and again, because it's quite a tight fit so it doesn't bounce out, you have to work it through. But once that's in place, full torque, then that's way more secure.